Eiling Nena held the steering wheel of her jeepney tight. It was late, very late at night. She was driving on Balete Drive. People in Manila whispered scary stories about this street. They said ghosts lived there. This was her last trip for the night. She felt very, very tired, deep in her bones. The normal city sounds were gone. It was very quiet. Her last passenger got off a few minutes ago. Now all the seats behind her were empty. She hoped she would be home soon. The old balete trees stood tall and scary on both sides of the road. Their twisted branches looked like bony fingers reaching out. Shadows made her think she saw things at the corner of her eyes. Eiling Nena had driven this road many, many times, but tonight the air felt heavy and strange. It was super quiet on Balete Drive. Even the crickets seemed to be quiet. She quietly hummed a prayer. Her heart was beating a little fast. She just wanted this long night to be over. Her colourful jeepney usually felt lively, but now it felt empty. It was just her, the sound of the engine, and the long dark road. She looked at the small clock on her dashboard. It was almost midnight. People said strange things happened at this time. The scary stories about Balete Drive, about a ghost lady in white, came to her mind. She tried not to think about them. She looked hard at the yellow line on the road. Suddenly a light fog started to spread across the road. At first it was just a little bit, like a puff of air, but it quickly got thicker. It covered the weak light from the faraway streetlights. It was hard to see. Everything outside her window became a grey blur. Balete Drive now felt very lonely, like it was cut off from everything. The fog wrapped around her jeepney like a thick blanket. A shiver went down Eiling Nena's back. It wasn't just because of the cold. Through the thick swirling fog, Eiling Nena saw something. It was standing quietly by the side of the road. As she got closer, she could see what it was. It was a woman. The woman was wearing all white clothes. Her long dress seemed to shine a little in the jeepney's headlights. She stood, very still, like a scary statue in the fog. Eiling Nena slowed down her jeepney without thinking. Her heart started to beat very fast. Who would be out here so late? The woman had very, very long dark hair. It fell down and covered her face completely. Eiling Nena could not see her eyes or her face. She stood very stiff, almost not like a real person. She didn't seem to notice the jeepney coming. There was something about her that felt wrong. This was not a normal person waiting for a ride. Eiling Nena felt very uneasy and scared. A cold feeling spread through her. The stories suddenly felt very real. Eiling Nena felt two things at once. Part of her wanted to step on the gas and drive away fast, but another part of her, the jeepney driver part, waited. What if this woman really needed help? She looked so alone, stuck in the fog. It was a dangerous place to be so late at night. Eiling Nena was kind, but she was also getting very scared. Maybe she was just thinking too much because of the scary stories. The woman didn't shout or wave her arms to get attention. Instead, she slowly lifted one hand. It was a light-colored hand, thin and gentle-looking. She wasn't waving. It was more like she was calling someone to come closer. It was slow, careful, and very creepy. The fog moved around her. It felt like a dream you can't quite remember. Or maybe it was the start of a very scary nightmare. Eiling Nena took a shaky breath. She decided what to do. Eiling Nena stopped her jeepney next to the woman. She leaned over and opened the passenger door. "Miss? Sampo ang tungo ninyo?" she asked, her voice a little shaky. "Where are you headed?" The woman in white moved. She didn't walk. It looked like she was floating. Without making a sound, she came closer and got into the back of the jeepney. As she went by, the jeepney suddenly felt very, very cold. It was a cold that went deep into Eiling Nena's bones. Eiling Nena tried to talk to her, to make things feel less strange. "Late na po sa daan, miss," she offered. "It's very late to be out." The woman didn't answer. She sat very still in the dark part of the jeepney. Her head was bent down. Her long dark hair covered her face. Then a light smell floated in the air. It smelled sweet like flowers. Eiling Nena knew that smell right away. Sampaguita flowers. People often use that smell for funerals when someone dies. Feeling more and more scared, ailing Nena started to drive. She drove and her eyes kept looking at the mirror that showed the back of the jeepney. She needed to see her passenger to make herself feel better, but what she saw made her feel ice cold with fear. The mirror showed the back of the jeepney very clearly. The seats were empty. Completely empty. Her heart jumped into her throat. She quickly looked over her shoulder, very scared. The woman was still there, sitting quietly. How could that be? Ailing Nena felt a huge wave of panic. This was not a person. This was something else, something from the scary stories. The white lady of Balete Drive was in her jeepney. The air felt heavy, like she couldn't breathe. The sweet smell of sampaguitas was stronger now, too strong. Her hands were shaking very hard on the steering wheel. She knew for sure, and with a cold feeling, that she was in big trouble. She had to get away. She had to get away from this ghost. Ailing Nena didn't wait. She pushed the gas pedal down hard. The jeepney's old engine made a loud noise, then zoomed forward. She didn't look in the mirror again. She was too scared to look back. She drove very fast and looked only at the foggy road in front of her. Balete Drive seemed like it would never end. The fog felt like hands trying to grab her and stop her. She prayed out loud, saying words fast, asking to be kept safe. The next morning in the bright sunshine, Ailing Nena felt very tired but happy to be alive. The fear from the night still stayed with her like the fog that wouldn't go away. She went to look at her jeepney. It was parked safely in front of her small house. Her neighbor, Mang Cardo, came over. He looked worried. "Nena, anong nangyari dito?" he asked. He sounded worried. He pointed to the passenger door at the back of the jeepney. It was damaged in a strange way. The metal was bent in, like something very strong had pushed it. And on the paint there were long, deep scratches. They looked like an animal's claws, or maybe long fingernails pressed down very hard. It looked like something had tried very hard to hold on or to get further inside. Ailing Nena stared. Her fear came back like a cold wave. She knew what or who did it, the white lady. From that day on, Ailing Nena made a serious promise. She would never drive her jeepney on Balete Drive late at night again. The memory was too scary. What happened felt too real. The scary picture of the woman in white, the empty mirror, the cold, and the smell of funeral flowers were stuck in her mind. It was too dangerous. She knew her life was saved from something old and evil that night. Even now, after many years, Ailing Nena has not forgotten. She still drives her jeepney in the busy streets of Manila to earn money. But Balete Drive is still a scary place for her when it gets dark. Sometimes, when the evening is quiet and the air is calm, she smells a light, ghostly scent of sampaguita flowers. Other times she thinks she hears a soft, sad sigh in the wind. For Ailing Nena, the scary feeling of Balete Drive never really went away.